What if discomfort isn't a warning sign, but a signal of intelligence at work? Most people avoid unease, friction, and uncertainty. Yet psychology reveals that some of the most mentally agile individuals actively move toward it. In a world obsessed with comfort, this behavior stands out. The reason why goes deeper than motivation or willpower. Psychology and neuroscience reveal a surprising pattern. Cognitive growth often begins where comfort ends. In this video, you'll discover why intelligent minds don't just tolerate discomfort, they strategically use it. Research-backed insights explain the mental mechanisms behind this behavior. Stay until the end, because the final insight reframes discomfort in a way most people never consider. Some people feel discomfort and immediately analyze it instead of escaping it. Psychology shows this is a form of cognitive reappraisal. The brain reframes emotional signals as information rather than threats. Studies indicate this reduces amygdala reactivity while strengthening prefrontal control, areas linked to reasoning and decision-making. If discomfort triggers curiosity instead of panic, it actually shows advanced emotional regulation. Feeling nervous before a challenge becomes a question. What is this feeling trying to teach? But this is just the surface. Another layer explains why discomfort feels strangely motivating. Smart individuals often stay engaged even when thinking feels mentally exhausting. Cognitive load refers to how much information the brain processes at once. Research shows individuals with higher working memory capacity don't avoid overload, they adapt to it. Neural efficiency improves through repeated exposure to difficulty. If mental strain doesn't immediately shut down focus, it actually reflects strong cognitive endurance. This looks like struggling through complex material instead of switching to easier content. And here's what's fascinating. This endurance also reshapes how failure is perceived. Mistakes trigger reflection rather than self-criticism. Studies show that intelligent minds activate the anterior cingulate cortex during errors, a region associated with learning and adaptation. Instead of emotional avoidance, the brain flags failure as feedback. If failure creates analysis instead of embarrassment, it actually signals a growth-oriented neural pattern. This is why reviewing what went wrong feels more natural than replaying how it felt. And this mindset creates an unexpected relationship with uncertainty. Ambiguous situations don't immediately trigger stress. Psychology links this to tolerance for ambiguity, a trait correlated with higher intelligence and creativity. Dopamine pathways activate curiosity rather than fear when outcomes are unclear. If uncertainty sparks interest instead of anxiety, it reflects advanced cognitive flexibility. This shows up as enjoying open-ended problems with no clear solution. But discomfort isn't only mental. There's a deeper emotional component most people miss. Emotionally intense moments aren't avoided. Research shows emotionally intelligent individuals experience emotions fully, without immediate suppression. This increases emotional granularity, the ability to distinguish subtle emotional states, which improves decision-making. If emotional discomfort feels informative rather than overwhelming, it actually indicates emotional sophistication. This looks like sitting with mixed feelings instead of labeling them as bad. And this emotional openness feeds directly into personal growth mechanisms. Short-term discomfort is accepted for future benefit. This reflects delayed gratification linked to prefrontal cortex strength. Neuroscience shows this region suppresses impulsive relief seeking in favor of long-term planning. If comfort isn't the immediate goal, it actually shows strategic thinking. This appears as choosing effortful learning over instant entertainment. But here's the twist. This isn't about discipline alone. Discomfort feels like proof of progress. Identity-based motivation theory suggests people persist when actions align with self-concept. For intelligent individuals, challenge reinforces identity as a learner or thinker. If discomfort strengthens motivation, it signals alignment between effort and self-identity. Feeling on the edge becomes reassuring rather than alarming, and this perspective unlocks a powerful neurological reward loop. Effort itself feels satisfying. Studies indicate dopamine is released not only from success, but from progress toward mastery. Intelligent minds condition their reward systems to value effort. If struggle feels meaningful, it reflects a brain trained for mastery. This is why the process feels rewarding even before results appear. Which leads to the most misunderstood insight of all. Discomfort guides decisions instead of blocking them. Neuroscience suggests advanced metacognition allows individuals to monitor internal states objectively. Discomfort signals novelty, complexity, and growth potential. If discomfort points toward opportunity, it actually reveals high self-awareness and intelligence. This is why choosing the unfamiliar path feels mentally alive. Discomfort isn't avoided, it's followed. Discomfort isn't a flaw in the system. Psychology reveals it as a signal of expansion, learning, and mental agility. These behaviors aren't signs of struggle, they're markers of intelligence adapting in real time. If this pattern feels familiar, it reflects a mind wired for growth, not comfort. If this insight resonated, subscribe for weekly psychology breakdowns that help decode behavior and unlock self-understanding. The next video explores why overthinking is often a sign of deep intelligence, not dysfunction.